Have you ever justified your text in Adobe InDesign and ended up with huge gaps between words? Don't worry. In this video, I'll explain every justification setting and show you how to create clean, professional-looking paragraphs. Justification controls how InDesign adjusts the spacing between words, letters, and characters to align text evenly on both the left and right sides. These small settings can make a big difference in the quality of your typography. Let's begin with word spacing. Here you'll find three values: minimum, desired, and maximum. Desired is the normal spacing between words. If InDesign needs more room, it can increase the spacing up to the maximum value. If it needs less space, it can reduce the spacing down to the minimum value. Watch what happens when I reduce the maximum value from 133% to 115%. Notice how the large gaps disappear and the paragraph looks much more balanced. Next is letter spacing. Instead of changing the space between words, this option adjusts the space between individual letters. Small values such as -2 to +2% usually produce cleaner typography while keeping the text natural. Glyph scaling allows InDesign to slightly stretch or compress the width of characters. The changes are very subtle, but they help InDesign create smoother justification with fewer awkward spaces. A range between 98 and 102% works well for most professional documents. Auto-leading determines the default line spacing whenever a leading value isn't specified. The default value is 120% of the font size. For example, a 10-point font automatically gets 12-point leading. Single-word justification controls how a line containing only one word is aligned. Although full justify is available, most designers prefer align left because it produces a cleaner and more natural appearance. Finally, let's look at the composer. Adobe Single-Line Composer calculates one line at a time. Adobe Paragraph Composer analyzes the entire paragraph before deciding where each line should break. Because it considers the whole paragraph, it usually produces more even spacing and better-looking text. That's why most professional designers use Adobe Paragraph Composer for books, magazines, and long documents. If you are working on books, magazines, reports, or any long document, these settings will give you cleaner paragraphs and more professional typography. As you can see, a few small adjustments can completely change the appearance of your text. Try these settings in your next project and see the difference for yourself. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next Adobe InDesign tutorial.